Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we are currently very close to conquering Hispania. Unfortunately, we have a while to wait on our truce with Majorca. That's going to be 6 years. How old is this guy? 44? Yeah, it's probably going to actually be 6 years. So that's mildly awkward unless we want to break the truce, which being a truce breaker is generally pretty bad. I would prefer not to do that. We've got 4 months on the Abadid Emirate here, and then we've got another 9 months just to get the rest of this conquered. So that'll be at least some of that time. We could start making our way down south here. I know that we had some territory previously up in France here. Really more Aquitanian style territory, but we also had a decent amount of North African territory. So we need to get that all rebuilt, right? That's definitely something that needs to happen. Okay, fake populace. For a second there, I was like, hang on, what is going on here? But no, the populace, that just needed to recalculate. We're completely fine on that front. So I do want to continue to spend our gold as best we can. We can't get upgrades in some of these locations at this point. We're pretty much maxed out. We, of course, need to get the culture shifted over here, so we can get a cattle pasture upgrade going for the moment. That's fine. We are working on the cultural change. This temple is as good as it's going to get for the moment. This castle does need some additional building upgrades, so that's all absolutely fine. No problem whatsoever there. We would be delighted to do it if we had gold. We don't have gold at this moment, but what we do have is probably just about the ability to declare a war over here. 45 days? Looks good. Why are we on speed 1? Let's crank that right on up to speed 4. That will be a little bit better. Phenomenal. Now things feel like they're actually flowing. So that is good. We can ask our head of faith for claims. He probably can't afford to give us gold, right? Okay, that she even struggles is calming. What do we have going on over here? He doesn't have 2250 gold. That's a lot of gold. We're making more gold than he is as well. So that's a whole thing. That is a whole thing. We can now declare our war on the Abadid Emirate, though, and we're absolutely going to do that. This is going to be, what, a struggle clash? I'm pretty sure. This guy has a claim on both of these, but we can only press one at a time. So a struggle clash is the way to go. Absolutely. That will allow us to clean this all up, and we'll, of course, raise all of our forces here, and we'll head on in. I'm surprised they stuck around and let us fully gather like that. They shouldn't have, and of course we shouldn't have fully gathered. This is a little overkill on the troop count, but it's okay. We're still making a decent amount of money. I'm not too concerned about that. Sure, we'll take a lucky rabbit's paw. Why not? That'll be fine. Stewardship perk available. Well, we'll take Taxman. We're not going to get a ton out of that right now, but for the moment it'll do. So we are, of course, going to head on over here as soon as we're done. Actually, never mind. War's over. So we're going to enforce those demands and disband our troops. That was a quick one. No doubt about that. We're still truced with this guy up here. How long do we have here? Only 40 more days. So that's fine. We'll just let that truce wear out, and then we'll declare this war. The real question is... yeah, this is going to take 2 wars. Okay, so that's going to be fairly lengthy. It's going to be a 7-year truce after this next war. We might not want to wait that long. What are the actual penalties for being a truce breaker? We're not going to do it right now, but our actual penalty for being a truce breaker is we lose a level of fame, we spend 250 prestige, we activate the broke truce catalyst, and minus 50 general opinion for 3 years. That's pretty rough, but it might be worth doing after we win this war here, we take Majorca, and then we immediately truce break, and we take this. That might be the way to go. For the time being, of course, we can declare out over here with a struggle clash, which we will certainly do. We will drop a rally point over here. We'll raise all of our forces. Not that we need them all. This is more than sufficient. And we're going to head on. Phenomenal. We have a lot of gold in stock right now. We might want to spend some of that. So we're going to do exactly that. We can get a few building upgrades going here. That's all good. Okay. Blacksmiths, and we can certainly get another blacksmith upgrade here. I would like to upgrade that capital, or castle, I should say. Capital, because we sieged their capital, and we also captured their leader, so this war's over too. So that was nice and quick, of course. So at this point, we control all of mainland Iberia. The only thing we don't have is Majorca, and our truce with that's going to be a bit yet. 4 years at this point. I definitely am leaning towards truce breaking if we don't have any way to grab both of these, which currently we don't. And we won't until after this war, because that would be the Duchy of Majorca, right? We have 1 of 2 required counties. Yeah. So we would never actually be able to do this, though, because he considers our faith to be hostile or worse and would control de jure territory. So that is never actually an option. Now, we could go after this guy. That's an interesting choice. A holy war for kingdom down here is fascinating. Other people might join it. That's the danger. This would give us some of the territory that we controlled. Keep in mind that we really controlled, like, this territory here with the previous empire. So we could take something along the lines of this. We're still working on rebuilding the previous empire and getting back up to that point, right? There's also Aquitanian territory we controlled up to this river, and it basically went down like that. And that's pretty much what we'd be going after. We would have to fight both France and Burgundy at a certain point for that. So hypothetically, we don't have a CB on France. Okay, do we have one on Burgundy? No, we do not. So we would have to fabricate one. Noted. I do think that a war down here makes a lot of sense. That opens up fighting both of these, so we'll have additional truces to have on cooldown. I like it. I think this is a good option. I think we take this. So we're going to declare this war, and we're going to hope that not the entire Muslim world decides to come at us for this. That would be mildly awkward, but we're going to head on in here. And the question is, how many of them are going to join in on this? So far, it's not bad. Yeah, not bad at all so far. Enemy ally joins the war. Okay, what do they got? 11,501 troops. That's nothing to be afraid of at this moment. These guys are embarking. I'm not sure exactly where they're planning on going, but I am going to split off our siege force here. So trebuchets and probably around 12,000 levies, just so that they can't easily stack wipe us. We'll put this guy in charge, and we're going to head off over here. Now, if they're just going to attack over here, that's great. We're going to go fight them. They really shouldn't do this. This is a very bad move for them. So that's absolutely fine. We're delighted to see that. They're running away. No shockers there. It's very rude of them, but they are running away. So we're going to head on down this direction and continue to siege. Interesting. Hostile forces here. Okay. That's all fine. They're continuing to run away. We did miss them slightly there. We are going to catch them here. Perfect. These guys turned around, and they're disembarking over here. Fascinating. So we didn't stack wipe this force. They are retreating this direction, but they're going to actually embark, so that's fine. We're going to head down over here and look to fight this force. The next question becomes, do we come over here and fight these guys? Do we siege here? I think we siege here for the time being. Sadly, they're going to get this sieged back, but our forces are arriving soon. So we're going to look to fight them here. We will have the defensive. They're running away. 2 months on that. I want to chase them. I really want to chase them and fight them here. Fighting them is absolutely magnificent. So we're going to get this siege done. Now, I'm going to back this force off to here for now. I would like to get that siege done. 3 months on that, and 25 days here. Okay. For the time being, this looks okay. We're 83% war score. We're going to wander over here. This is mildly dangerous, but I don't think they're capable of stack wiping our siege force. So we're going to hop over here. We're leaving these guys on their current siege. This siege will end the war. I want to meander down over this way and see if we can manage to take out these armies first. That would be ideal. I don't know how realistic it is to get all this done, though. This guy could become our friend. You know what? Sure. Making friends is always good. Someone attempted to claim our throne. That is not how you make friends, for the record. Okay, so I want to fight this battle here for purposes of gaining... Let's see, we're gaining fame, prestige and piety for this. So I absolutely want the prestige and piety for this. Synergize friendship, huh? Sure. Okay, now we end this war. We're going to enforce those demands and disband our troops. And of course, because we're king level, we have to hold this title personally, the kingdom title here. So that's fine. We can certainly grab... Oh, this is all monarchy. Okay. Noted. So we can't actually grab that title because there's a significant chunk of this kingdom that is controlled here. In fact, this guy controls the de jure kingdom. So we're going to have to grant all of these titles out. That's fine. I don't think we're having any vassal issues at this moment, but we can always make duchies, right? We have so many counts under us, we can certainly make duchies. So that's all looking good. Let's get rid of those. We are 2 direct vassals above our vassal limit of 50. Okay, so that sounds fine. I want to double check in our culture here. How are we doing on potentially getting legalistic in? Do it. We'll get that put in. That's going to be established in 14 years. That's not going to solve our current problems, obviously. But what we do want to do is hop over to duchy titles. We want to, at this point, create the Duchy of Navarra, and we'll grant that over to this guy. So let's do only recent titles. 2 vassals go with, and no more vassal limit issue. Magnificent. So for now, we'll call that good. How long on our truce? That's the question now. So that's 3 years away. We should probably consider attacking Marrakesh over here, which of course means a holy war for duchy. That's what this means. So we would go after this territory, which seems absolutely magnificent. Would that give us our kingdom title? No, he considers us hostile, so we can't usurp that anyway. That's absolutely fine. Let's raise up our forces here. And we're going to head on in as soon as they're raised. But we're definitely getting close to having our previous territory back. We're not quite there yet, but things are going very well on that front. I'm going to split off our siege force here, as usual. So trebuchets and levy troops, something along the lines of that'll do, basically splitting our force in half. And we're going to wander on over this way and try to fight them here. Yes, they're going to have the defensive ground in the mountains, but I don't believe that matters. Yeah, it doesn't matter. So we win that very, very simply. Let's invest in a jeweler's workshop, and we'll see what happens with that. Actually, we just get the flat bonus, don't we? I think so. We need a siege commander here, so we'll put this guy in. We have a slow siege occurring over this way, which seems absolutely fine for the moment. Yeah, 3 months on that, 4 months on this, 3 months. Looks good. I'm not concerned about that. We'll grab defensive measures for the time being. And we just finished promoting culture. Okay. A gem in the rough. Oh, thank you. So we're going to hop over this direction, of course. We need to continue to work on faith conversions. We also need to work on cultural conversions in our territories. So something like that will do. Beautiful. So this is the correct cultural conversion. That now means we can upgrade this to a concentric castle. And we can upgrade this to a concentric castle as well. And just like that, our funds are gone. So that's absolutely great. Sure, showing this guy in his 135 gold. And we've got funds again. So let's go spend those really fast here. I would like to upgrade something along the lines of these hunting grounds will be absolutely fine. Our economy is doing really well at this point, like impressively well. We'll implore them to leave. A peaceful resolution. Perfect. So that's fine. And we will, of course, teach them the superiority of the Basque culture. 71% chance that they change to Basque. And we failed. Okay, that's very sad. Not the end of the world, of course, but it's sad. We're going to go slow siege their capital, I think. This is a level 1 castle up here. We should come here and slow siege that, especially with their forces up over here. Yeah, and then we fast siege their capital. We should fight their forces here if we can. They're kind of running right on by. We'll pursue them a bit. Someone attempting to claim our throne. Hilarious. They're split up pretty decently here. I'm going to fight them here. And now they're sieging down here. This is a mistake. They should have at least attempted to help this. As it is, the war's over. They should have kept their forces together. No doubt about that. We'll disband our troops, and we're going to get the duchy title here. So the Duchy of Marrakesh, we will usurp. And we're going to grant that over to this guy. He can handle this however he wants to. So we're going to grant him the Duchy of Marrakesh and everything underneath it. He's, of course, going to be very happy with us for this life. And then he'll be very angry. But that's normal. So at this point, I want to grab the Duchy of Fez. And we are going to... We're actually not able to create this title. We lack the cash. That's okay. What are these ransoms? Yes. Beautiful. So that's fine. We need the gold to create the Duchy of Fez here. There we go. And we're going to grant that over to this fine gentleman here. 4 vassals go with. And that, of course, puts us below our vassal limit. We're challenged to a board game. And what are we good at? Looks like learning. Okay. And we lost. Okay, well, that's fine. Cool. So how are we doing on this truce at this point? Which truce is it? We are taking in the sunrise. Cool. A scheme at court? Who could have ever seen this coming? So 2 years on this truce at this point. Okay. I don't suppose he'll give us a claim on the Duchy of Brittany? Why Brittany, though? Up over here. That's a very strange thing to want. I would prefer to have a claim on some of these Aquitanian duchies down over here. Right? That would absolutely be better. We can grant vassals over to rightful lieges, though, and that's definitely something we should do. We should be ticking forward at this moment as well, because we certainly want to have our truce ending over here. Now, we cannot end... No, we're not going to convert. Okay. We cannot end, at this point, the Iberian struggle until we have taken over the entire territory, which means we have to hold Majorca. 75% of the de jure counties in your capital kingdom must be Basque and Catholic. We are working on that. Our wife died. We should certainly find another. We're at 9 out of 7 domain. Okay, so we're going to need a pretty decent stewardship wife, and actually she'll do. That's fine. Cool. Her job, of course, is to run our lands. Wait. Is she landed? She's landed. I'm dumb. Okay, so the problem here is she is landed, so she's running her own territory. We can't put her to work running our territory. So, our cultural traditions forbid divorce. So this was a mistake, no doubt about that. Let's start this scheme and we'll see what happens. I didn't realize she was landed. We can actually pull quite a few people into this. This shouldn't be a problem. We can work our way out of this one. It will cost us a little bit of money, but that's okay. I don't mind. We've got a good number of people that we can bring in on this. Definitely a false move there, but no problem. I should have checked to see if she was landed. My own fault. We're above our domain limit. That's going to happen at this moment. We definitely need a wife to run our domain, so we can't have her be landed. The benefit of having her be landed, of course, is that we could theoretically end up inheriting the Duchy of Bavaria. That's a really long ways away. I don't actually care about the Duchy of Bavaria here, so I would prefer to have somebody that can run our domain for us. That would be the better way to go. So, my own fault, no problems here. We'll handle it. We're actually moving really quickly through this. We're already 3/10 of the way through. That's insane. I love it. A bad omen for a bad duchess. Cool. I knew there was a catch, but fine. This guy gained a favor hook on us. We probably shouldn't have done that, but whatever. He'll use it awkwardly. It's fine. We can sell trivial titles, and we'll do that. Perfect. A true and loyal vassal. Wow, this guy actually... That was really good. A true and loyal vassal indeed. So here in Madrid, we're at 25 development. Okay. We could certainly work on upgrading our barracks and just general upgrades at this point is what we would look to do. We just want to spend our gold. Okay, she's bearing our child. Mildly awkward. Multi-faith tolerance, that sounds good. We do indeed have a multi-faith empire. We're working on it, but we do have a multi-faith empire at this moment. So multi-faith tolerance is not a bad thing. Here in Molina, we would definitely like to upgrade blacksmiths. The scheme was discovered. Well, that's incredibly unfortunate. There's no point in continuing on those odds, in my opinion. Okay. I would rather teach him myself. Let's do that for now. The interesting thing here is... Wait a sec. We're at 10 out of 7? Oh, we inherited this castle. Okay, we'll grant that out for sure. We could probably grant out another castle or two, but we really don't want to at this moment. So I'm fine with being 2 holdings above our domain limit for the time being. It is definitely sad, though. No doubt about that. So we're working on windmills right now. That gives us an additional building slot. And domain limit doesn't come up until the late medieval era anymore. So we would need rightful ownership, I think? No, court officials for that one. Of course, we're working our way down towards divided attention, which is probably, honestly, our best bet out of that. So I think for the moment, this is reasonably fine. They even live by my mercy alone. That is definitely true. Okay, so we're going to upgrade this guild. There we go. And this temple. Perfect. And this guild as well. There's a lot of upgrades yet to be done. So we're going to continue to work on that. How's our truce looking over here? We are still truced for another 5 months. Okay. That's getting really, really close here. And again, I think the plan here is going to be to break the truce and just get this taken care of very quickly here. It's only a 3-year penalty. I think we can live with that. That's less than half the time that we'd have to sit and wait. So if, I think it's worth it. I do think it's worth it. But this first truce, it's not worth it. So that'll be fine for now. We want to get our wealth focus worked up a bit. No doubt about that. And checking through here. Yes, showing this guy in his gold. Beautiful. We're going to get a cattle pasture upgrade. We're definitely getting close to upgrading a lot of these. Our friend is seriously injured. That is unfortunate. And this guy used his best friend hook on us to become our marshal. That's very rude of him, but whatever. It's fine. We don't actually need our marshal all that badly right now. So that's okay. We can build a meadow upgrade over here, and we're just continuing to grow our income. This guy used his feudal contract negotiation rights on us to block them and gave himself council rights guaranteed. This guy's a bit rude. A bit rude indeed. That's fine. We can take that away later if we feel like it. Or we can just, you know, give him away. Is he the de jure leader of Castile? No, he's not. So this isn't even going to be a problem later. We'll just make that duchy title. The cupbearer to our daughter, huh? No thanks. No thanks. This is fine. So it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we are ready to declare this war. I'm going to declare it now, but we're going to fight it next episode. We're going to truce break and take the second territory here, assuming we don't get it here, which I'm 99.9% sure we're not going to. So that should be fine. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Shadow Wolf, Andy McGar, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12UK, Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.